afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Haja Aisha, and this is a reality talk with Haja Aisha. Thank you so very much for joining us. Thank you. If you're a new subscriber, you just stumbled into this video, thank you. Thank you so very much. But please subscribe, hit the like button, click on the notification button, and please don't forget to share this video. All we do here, we talk about trending issues, we talk about events, we bring people in here. We're going to start bringing people in here for interviews and stuff like that to talk about. We're creating an awareness to a lot of people. And again, my name is Haja Aisha, and this is the reality talk show with Haja Aisha. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Wow, we're going to be diving into a very, very important and sensitive issue today. It's trending right now in Nigeria. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Well, the allegation against Godwin Akpabio and Senator Natasha are no longer an isolated matter. It's no longer an isolated matter. It involves a thicker test of Nigerian legislation. And this, Nigerians should not take lightly. Now, it gives room for worry. It does give room for worry. Because what I see here, with the whole scenario that has happened, I see abuse of power. I see abuse of position. I see women trying to shut up. I see women trying to make us realize or remind us again that our place is in the kitchen. It's been going on even before we were born. That needs to stop. Anyway, today we're going to be all about reiterating on what everyone said, those that have been involved in this issue. We're going to be giving them replies one after the other. Now, the whole scenario all started when Senator Natasha walked into the office, the Senate office, and she realized that her seat has been moved from where she used to sit to the back, relegated back to the back. Obviously, that got her pissed, which can happen to anyone. I would get pissed as well. I would get pissed. She really, really, really does get pissed. Of course, it could be anyone. You could get pissed. Anyone can get pissed. If you said no, she should have calmed down. Please, take a look at the Senate office when Saraki was the Senate president. And guess who was there? Who got pissed because his seat was changed? Senator Akpabio. Please take a look.
No, other 43. Other 43, you cannot.
Gege, gege, gege. That was Senator when that was Senator Akpabio with an attitude like that towards Saraki. What did Saraki do? Saraki tried to calm the situation down, telling him, "Calm down, give us chance, we'll get it sorted out. You wanted our space, blah 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 blah." He got mad. He disrupted the session that very day. Now I asked again, was Senator Godwin Akpabio, was he suspended for that action? Was he suspended? Was he booed at? No. Because Saraki He's a very, very, very professional. Right? Okay. After that episode, now you've watched that video. I told you guys that we're going to be reiterating. I will be reminding them. And you know what I love about the internet? The internet doesn't lie. They will dig you out. After that episode that happened, Arise TV invited Natasha to their studio to ask her why. I mean, what's been going on? Because what's been going on? We know they've been trying to shut you up. You try to bring a bill. They try to shut you up. What's been going on, girl? You need to come speak to us. Well done to Arise TV. Well done, guys. You're doing a very good job, Arise TV. And Natasha got to Arise TV. You know, when someone is being pushed, and you got pushed to the wall, you can't have it anymore. Senator Natasha blew our mind. She blew our mind. You know what most of us have been suspecting? Boom! She dropped the bombshell. Sexual harassment has been going on. You know, the case of sexual harassment. Anyway, let's listen to Senator Natasha. Please don't get bored.
And allow him to laugh. I never told them what happened. My husband had to take a trip to London. Then the Senate President traveled to London. My husband met with the Senate President in London and pleaded with him, let my wife take this motion on Ajakuta. That is very important to her.
Okay. All right, Senator Natasha.
He said, okay, that he did not take it because he was protecting me. Hold on, please. He didn't take it because he was protecting me. Protecting me from what? Anyway, at the time my demotion was taken, it was the Deputy Senate President, His Excellency Barrow, that actually sat. The Senate President stood up and walked out. So it was Senator Barrow that actually took it.
All right, Senator Natasha.
And from there, many other incidents happened.
Yes, Senator
let's
Natasha.
Talk about the nightclub. Yes. Hold on, let's talk about now the nightclub incident.
Professor Kila is going to ask you a question. I'm so sorry to have to interject here. But I just want to mention that, and I'm glad you gave the caveat at the beginning of your statement, that this is your side of the story, and the Senate President has the right to defend himself or to counter what happened between you privately. So what I assume, or for what you're saying, is that what happened last week Thursday began from a private conversation, and then you have felt like you've been maligned as a result of you not agreeing to certain propositions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
what has happened? You know the story of when a student keeps being failed.
Yes.
Please, let me say this, Ayo. You know the situation we see in universities whereby a student is continuously being failed just because she has not slept with the lecturer. That's what I've been facing, in simple terms.
Thank you. Professor Kila.
That is what I have been going through.
Thank you very much,
and
Professor Kila.
Now, moving to, should I speak about the nightclub incident?
No, that's okay. Professor Kila will come in now. Thank you.
Don't do that. It's quite time to come in because you've just indicted the lecturer indirectly. And I'm coming to ask you a question. Senator, it is from your side of the story, it is clear that there's a lot of undercurrent and personal issues that had led to the, should we call it the outburst on the allocation of chair thing. There's a lot going on, and you've made a series of allegations which indicts the Senate President morally, if not criminally, at least. And there's indictment of abuse of power because if he's refusing you to do your duty for personal reasons, we need to see if he has the right to do that. But let me ask you a question, just to simplify. This idea of your seat was reallocated and you don't want to use it. What's in a seat? Why was it so important for you not to just move as you've been told to do so and deal with it later? What's the importance of saying no to that seat allocation?
Thank you so much, Professor Kila. Sitting arrangements in the National Assembly or in the chambers is very critical. That is why at the forefront, we have the leadership. And after them, we have ranking senators, second-timers, third-timers sitting there. And the nearer you are to the Senate President, the more visible you are. You're able to interface with the daily activities, and then you have more visualized, like the cameras capture you more. You're more present as against being a backbencher. So where I am sitting, the Senate President sits at the lowest point, while I am sitting at the topmost point, but on the same level.
So, Senator, it is, Senator, I recap for you.
So whenever whenever I stand,
It is safe to say that
where I was moved to.
Yes,
was
you felt they
at
were
the side
reducing you.
where
Yes.
the workers, the chamber staff sit.
So
yes,
you felt they were relegating you.
Seat.
They were
and
relegating
if they
you.
say, hold on,
Yeah.
exactly. Let me say this.
Yes.
His excuse that it's because there were 2 vacant seats due to the decamping of the senators, right?
Yes.
And that they had to. Why did they have to pick on me to start the shift? There were other senators that were in front of me that would have filled the seat. Why did it have to be me to fill in the seat at the far corner? But I will say this again. If you see where I sit at the back, there is a silent degrading of senators that, as they say, came from court.
Yeah.
We are made to feel as if we are lower than our other colleagues that resumed office and were sworn in earlier than us, even though we're all first-timers. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I remember when I asked, initially, I asked why I was not sitting amongst my other first-time colleagues.
Yes.
And I was told that is because you resumed 6 months later. So it's almost like a punishment because I resumed 6 months later. Therefore, I have to sit or take seats or wait for my other colleagues whom we all ran elections with together and won together, even though we were rigged.
So Senator,
we were made
yes.
to sit at the back. So after me,
It seems clear to me.
Senator Akpabio, who came 2 weeks after me. Yes.
So it seems to me from your own narrative, straight from your own narrative, that you feel victimized and you feel you're being treated like a second-class senator in that place. Let me ask you a question based on your own narrative.
I have a very important...
No, but very quickly, you're going to say, let me just ask you just this question.
Professor.
Yes, just this very question. Do you feel that other senators in that house, male or female or different party, do you feel that they're standing up to what they ought to be doing, or do you feel they are also, with their silence, complicit with your victimization? I want you to judge the whole Senate, 109 men and women.
No.
You don't feel they're complicit, and you don't want to...
Now, here it is. I have enjoyed tremendous support from my colleagues. And the fact that a number of my colleagues have not spoken out publicly in my defense or criticized what has happened does not mean that they do not visit me privately at home or they do not call on me to give me words of encouragement. Why they are yet to come up openly and criticize the activities of the Senate President, probably that's best known to them. However, one question I have been asked a number of times is, why are the women silent? Why are the 3 other women silent?
Yeah, so why, Senator? Why do you think they're silent?
The day I filed the suit of defamation, the suit that sexual act whereby the Senate President's SLA on new media, Mr. Patrick Mfong, sexualized me by addressing my attire as being transparent and that the only thing I know how to do is to wear pancake to the chambers. So when I filed that suit, Senator Ireti Kingibe, hold on, Senator Ireti Kingibe, Senator
Natasha,
and Senator
we're low on time,
3 women
please.
will send messages to me that they do not support the litigation. And none of them have called, apart from Senator Ireti, that called my husband to tell me to withdraw that suit and all that. And my husband charged her that you were the same person who had come to the house to tell him that the SP was hitting on his wife sexually. So why are you now against my wife standing up for her rights? So let me tell you something, Mr. which nobody knows. No, Mr. Rufai, please allow me to say this, please.
Please go ahead.
Can I say this?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Senator. Please go ahead.
Now, at the nightclub incident, I believe that was not a slip of tongue. That was not a slip of tongue. He has a number of times told me that there are various ways we can have fun. If we travel, he has a way of making the whole the house, the space. He can basically create a party in the space. Do you understand? Like a nightclub in the space and would have fun and all of that. So that nightclub incident statement was not a mistake. It was more like out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak it. But let me say this. The day before please, Rufai, let me laugh.
Go ahead, Natasha.
Go ahead. Let me speak, please.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. We're
if you don't want me to speak, I'll walk out and complete this on my Facebook, please.
Please go ahead. We're
Natasha.
trying to manage time, Senator, but go ahead and finish it quickly. We're trying to manage time, but please go ahead.
The night, or should I say that morning, early hours of the morning that he apologized, which was 23rd of July, 2024. That was the morning he apologized. So the night about, I have it printed here, I have the screenshots of the phone call. It was 14 minutes past midnight when my phone rang. The leader of the House called me, Senator Michael Bamidele Akpabio called me, and he said, Senator, how are you? I said, I'm fine. He said, you know, in the wake of all of this rancor, if the Senate President goes down, I will go down too. And I said, what do you mean, sir? At that point, I woke my husband up because he had fallen asleep before me. I said, are you calling me to threaten me? I could hear murmurs from the Senate President. I could hear the Senate President's voice at the background because I could tell it was on speakerphone. He said, no, I'm just telling you that, you know, there's a whole lot of attack on the Senate President, and if things go down, if he resigns or something happens, I should know that I'm going to be held responsible, and I also go down. At that point, I started shouting. I was like, you can't call me at midnight and threaten me, sir. You can't do this. And mind you, I was actually surprised because the leader of the House is someone I respect greatly. He's a very good friend. He's a very calm person. And I believe, I'm saying it, that if he actually made those statements, he probably was told to do so. So I dropped the line. And then I dropped the line. The first conversation was just 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Then my phone rang again at 26 minutes past midnight, that same day. And then it was the same call, Senator Akpabio's line, but then it was the Senate President's voice. He said, Princess of the Senate. That's how he calls me casually. You know, I've been attacked. My wife has not slept for days. She's been crying. She's received lots of insults, all because of you. I said, no, sir, it's not because of me. It's because of you. I didn't force you to order that statement. And I did not call on the support I received from Nigerian women. So don't blame it on me. Say, no, he's telling me this because the Dane of Agbo, I think he's a king in Agbo in Delta State. So the Dane of Agbo spoke with him and told him that he, that's the Senate President, was the most hated politician in Nigeria at that point. Mind you, that was a few days to the protest. There was this end bad governance protest on the 1st of August, and this incident happened like a week before. So he said the Dane of Agbo told him, Mr. Senate President, you know your rating is all low. You're one of the worst. You're one of the most hated politicians now. So I would advise. He said the Dane of Agbo advised the Senate President to leave Abuja because if he is caught in the middle of the protest, he could be attacked by the Nigerians. I said, so why are you telling me this, sir? He said he's telling me because he found it insulting that the Dane of Agbo would tell him to leave, to run away, to leave Abuja. And that he's telling me, Senator Natasha, I'm telling you, go and tell them that if anybody over the age of 20 approaches me during the protest, I will what was the word? Hold on. I will take that person down. The Senate President told me over the phone that based on the advice that the Dane of Agbo gave him, that he should leave Abuja in the wake of the protest so that he will not be caught and probably will not be approached or attacked by the youth. He said, Natasha, I have the capacity. I'm number 3 citizen. If anybody over the age of 20 dares to confront me, I will take that person down. That person should dare me with his life. I said, at that point, I started shouting. I now told my husband, he didn't know the phone was on speakerphone all the while because I'd woken my husband up from the first speaker. I was like, my love, can you hear what he's telling me? This is exactly what he does. At that point, when he knew, he was like, is your husband there? Oh, yeah. I said, yes, sir, my husband is here. And he heard everything. He then told me to pass the phone to my husband. And you know what he said? Immediately, he changed his tone. He was like, oh, Alema, I have a slot for you. For an appointment from Delta State, why don't you bring a nominee? And I took the phone back. I shouted at the Senate President. I said, you can't pacify us. You can't threaten me on one side and then pacify me. Sir, I'm aware, even though the conversations took place on via WhatsApp, I know that the DSS and the NSA's office, they have the tools to extract these phone calls.
Okay,
and
Senator Natasha.
I'm going to publish if, yes, sir.
Okay, Senator Natasha, thank you.
So and he told me that, well, all you want, hold on, please. He then told me that, Oshay, all I want is an apology. He would apologize on the floor that morning, and that he expects me to accept it. So all that morning, when I walked in, I was already threatened. I was already petrified. This is a man who had already called me at midnight, so I didn't sleep all night. I just had to say to his seamless apology.
Senator Natasha Akpabio, thank you so much for being here. He who alleges must prove. I'm sure you have all your proof, because they are on the other side are also going to demand all of it, and you have to put it out there. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for honoring us today with your presence.
I guess we've all seen the video where Natasha said the Senate President accused the Senate President of a sexual harassment. Now, the Senate President, he has never sexually harassed her or spoken down on her or anything. I want you guys to watch this video. Please, watch this video and tell me what you call this.
Mr. President, we don't want it to be killed. We just want a bit of modification. We don't want the bill killed, but it should be slight modifications. It's a necessary bill.
The Senator Natasha, in the chamber, you have to be recognized before you speak.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, we are not in a nightclub. Those in favor that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. Those again say nay.
After watching the video, how can a sitting Senate President berate a woman like that? You tell her just because she tries to speak, you tell her this is not a nightclub. There are words you don't use to a woman. It's terms as sexual harassment. That's one of it if you don't know. Ogbeni, those when they write for you, tell them to check the dictionary. Sexual harassment is very deep and is a broad word. That's somebody's wife. That's somebody's mother. That's a woman that was elected to serve her people. You told her that is not a nightclub. This is a case of a student. A lecturer stands up to abuse an office and said, if you don't do my biddings, you're not going to graduate from this uni. Because that woman said she's been trying to pass a bill for Ajakuta sale 5 times. And you threw her things under the carpet. You don't even want to hear. Her husband even spoke to you about it. Abuse of power, abuse of office. I'm disappointed. Nigerians are disappointed at all this mediocrely elected people in the parliament there. Now that brings me to the women that came out to speak. One of them said, when a woman gets to the position of a senator, she cannot be sexually harassed. Auntie, please, I don't want to go too far. Please watch this video.
You said something just now that I was taken aback, ma. You said you feel disappointed that Natasha came out to air a point. So is it that when a woman is sexually harassed, as she claims, she should keep quiet? Misogyny should continue?
No, I don't...
That women should not speak up? Nobody should talk because she has won election in the Senate now?
You have passed that. By the time you contest election and get to Senate, you understand? Yeah. You have passed that. You have passed that stage of your life of being sexually harassed.
Really?
So yes, by the time you go there and start, you have passed that. You go there, so you are all equal in that Senate.
So, really? So if somebody...
You are all equal, it's out of order. And again, it shows weakness. You don't allow it.
So is it a show of weakness for a woman to speak out?
It cannot happen in the Senate.
Really?
I'm not saying that the lady is lying. I'm not God. But again, my dear, when you get to Senate, you are there as a person. You are not there as a man or woman. You are there as a person. It doesn't matter what you are carrying between
but she's
whatever.
complaining
you
that there's no equality. You are there. And then, mind That's
you,
what she's complaining about.
I don't think at the stage of, I respect that girl. I like her. She's very intelligent, very, very well spoken. You understand? But I do not think that the person you call sir, because first of all, if you call somebody sir, then you are giving the person a cane to whip you.
How can a woman come out and say that? A woman, you came out. I've always known that women are the one that berates women. Women are the one that throw their fellow women under the bus. I've always known that. Women are the ones that always throw the fellow women under the bus. Auntie Florence Itagiwa. I'm disappointed at you. I'm disappointed. Yellow. Now to Senator, what's that her name again? Ireti Kingibe. You came out and said she never came to you people. She did not come to you people up till now. Up till now, she never spoke to us about it. She didn't say anything to us. I sense jealousy. I sense what? Jealousy. Senator Natasha has been fighting tooth and nail for her people. I put it to you, Senator Ireti. What have you done? What bill have you passed? First sitting in the Senate. This is the first time in the Senate. So how long have you been there now? Please, I want to ask you, what bill have you passed? Guys, please, so she has passed a very big bill. Oh. You guys should please watch it.
What will be your toughest challenge for this position where you've been now as FCT Senator?
Well, my toughest challenge as I be right now the fact say the FCT minister, if to say him they talk to senator, they listen to senator, income, no nothing concern for this place, he just come to do it own. If senator they that now have concern, if you know they that now all that one no concern. My toughest challenge now be say when in me I don't just take for granted say minister and senator would they work together, because for all the 20 years we are done there for FCT, minister and senators they always work together.
As a first-time senator, how this experience be for you?
Get something where I noticed don't come. It's Nigeria. One big thing we until we repair, we know they go anywhere, and that one thing is corruption.
Corruption deep well. Which aspect of corruption you talk about now? May we understand.
As nowhere where the corruption no dey. It dey for all our institutions. It dey for every ministry. It dey for streets. It dey for motor park. It dey for car park. It dey everywhere. Like I tell you, it dey Senate. It dey everywhere.
You be the chairman committee on women affairs. Which bills where you don't sponsor and which laws where they don't pass under you where don't favor women or where they focus on women issues?
I get the bill where I won't pass. Now that 35%. I never pass them yet, but now the one where I won't pass. The other law where I won't pass now, say maybe FCT fit get elected mayor.
You say you dey plan to pass bill so that FCT go get in your mayor. Now, another person never come as at now. You and FCT minister and I know they on the same page. If another third person come, on our work no go jam each other.
You see the difference, we see. It dey like governors, he they fight with senators, he don't work separate. Senators then work separate.
This issue of demolition.
And you say there should not be jealousy. Have you guys seen the bill she passed? She has been there. She has not even passed one bill. One bill, she has not passed it. She's just proposing now. You know, the bill I want to pass, I'm proposing to pass is this. And you want them not to be jealous of Natasha? Come on now, guys. Look at Natasha now. Skin like butter. She fine die. And she's eloquent. Brain, beauty with brain. And you want this ones not to be jealous of her? Of course they'll be jealous of her. Of course. They will be jealous of her. And you want those men. Well, I don't want to, at least I don't want to say, let's leave it at that. After that, the court, oh God. Immediately, what's it called? Akpabio know that Natasha has gone to Arise TV. And Natasha came back to the House of Parliament to put in her petition against Akpabio. And again, don't forget, Natasha went to court. And the court passed a bill and the court passed an order. Because Natasha knew there was going to be a gang up against her. There was going to be a plot against her. She went to court and the court passed an order. Guess what they did? Guess what they did? They did not follow the court order. After the court order, immediately they said, prepare her for suspension. Go and watch that video very well. Watch it very well. How can sitting senators sat down, overrode the court order and took their own decision? Lawmakers. How can lawmakers do that? And they call themselves lawmakers. I wrote it somewhere down. Subsection 4 of section 8. It is clear. It is very, very clear. They cannot overrule the court order. So their suspension of Natasha, is it right? It is absolutely very wrong. Absolutely very, 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 very wrong. They shouldn't have. And then they flounced the court's orders and quickly went ahead to suspend Natasha. These are your lawmakers. The lawmakers who flaunt a court order. It didn't just stop there. They quickly, and then there's this guy that was like, his overzealousness was just too much. He's called, what is that his name again? I think I wrote it down somewhere. Senator Natasha. How did you get to the Senate office? The Labour youth voted you there. If not for the Labour youth, you wouldn't be where you are today. And it's the audacity for me. Men that women gave birth to. If not for women, you would not be alive today. Women carried you in their wombs for 9 months. And you guys were quick to execute her. You guys were quick to shut her up. You thinking, and then this was, I wrote it down somewhere again. Neda Imaswe. Why would you, in fact, before we continue, see this Neda Imaswe, he has done so much for his people, though. Hence, he's so angry with Natasha. So angry. What can you do that, man? Who are you? We the men, we've done so much for our people. Who are you? Neda Imaswe, watch what he has done for his people. In fact, the road that leads to his house, my people go say, where you Allah. That road there, even the federal government road cannot compete with that road, though. The road that leads to Neda Imaswe.
There is a say, when it all say, if you build us near rich man as a poor man, the lights where they shine for the rich man house, where they shine, they enter the poor man house. My people, this road now leads to Senator Neda Imaswe house. Senator representing Edo South presently. In case you don't know the man when you handle Natasha and Akpabio case, when refer Natasha to suspension for 6 months, that be Senator Neda Imaswe. Now this road lead to a house. Carry camera, come. This is the road. We get senator for this area. Senator representing Edo South. Senator Neda Imaswe. See the road. See road where you dey. See how? Use camera, video now. See how? See road. See road. See road. See road where Senator Natasha swear day. One have video me. See road where Senator day. Senator. You dey feed the handle woman case for House of Assembly. You dey fast. You dey handle woman case, Natasha case. You dey suspend her. But see your road. See road where you dey, Senator. We be like we not get senator for Edo South. Oga come and say make you come tell Edo people what you don't do for Edo South. Even the road to your house is not good. See ya. Even the road to senator house is not good. See ya. Show na see ya. Nigeria. Una dey see what they pass through. Una dey see what they pass through. See ya, senator. See ya. Senator, that be this one. When I see you, senator. Senator. Carry camera come. And the zero where senator they stay, senator. Nigeria go better in our hands. We not get leaders. Who see you go feel say you know you won't see you go feel say maybe you know they talk for Senate. Who see you go feel say Senator Natasha not they talk for Senate. See ya, but I see senator. See senator representing Edo South. In case you feel say they lie. See ya, now he drop all these lights for year. See lights where he drop. See ya, Senator Matthew. See ya, even Oide, now Oide light self. Not be even you. See ya, Senator Matthew Oide. Now he drop all these lights. Not be even you no. Not be you carry camera come inside. Come. Show now I see where senator road day. When I see senator road to senator house. Senator representing Edo South. See, when I see senator house. In short, now here be senator house. Now here be house. Senator representing Edo South. Road to a house. Like road be this one. A road like be this one. My people, like I say back on show now. We not get leaders for this country. We not get leaders. But you they active for House of Assembly. You they active for Senate. You they submit petition. They say may they suspend Natasha. How far I come and be? How you come and be? We feel say maybe you know they talk for House of Assembly or for Senate House. We not know say you they talk where. Oga, your road to your house is not good. You call yourself a senator, a city senator, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Senator Natasha, your road to your house is not good. I don't feel even weird pan. Road not good. See my body. Carry camera come. Carry camera. See my body. Look my leg. Look out to my leg. Look out to my leg. Carry camera to my leg. Look my leg. Look my leg, sir. Sir. Nice, sir. Look out, sir. I can't even leg not fit not or say back one pass or more to one pass. Senator Natasha fix the road to your house. Fix your environ. Fix your environ. Budget they come. Fix your environ. Fix the road to your house. Senator Natasha, I greet you for being fix your area. Fix your those south. Fix them. Nonsense.
Gay. Have you guys seen the road that leads to Natasha's house? Oh my God, that road there, that road is sick. The road is mad. That road there, oh my God, it's like an American road. Have you been to Houston, Texas? That road be like that road when they there. Oh my. The road fine died. Natasha, well done. Now I see the reason why you're so bitter, why you're so angry, why you're so mad. Let me tell you, all these people, all of them behind Senator Akpabio, you know why? You remember one word Senator Natasha said? She said Akpabio told her that you can have everything. All you need to do is make me happy. That's what they are doing. They don't want to be thrown, you know, they have to please him. If they don't back him, how will he support them? They have to back him. Hence, all of them. There's what the Yoruba call Atalatenuje. You know, in a government where there is no transparency, people cannot stand up for the truth. They're not going to move forward. Never. A government where there's no transparency, people say the truth and then they look away. Yeah, it's been going on. It's not only in the government, it's everywhere. Everywhere in Nigeria. Everywhere. Yeah? Okay. Now, once somebody came on the national TV, on Arise TV, and said women should be subjected to mental check before they can be allowed into the government. Chai. Oh my God. Hi. That guy, he deserves a very massive UFC slap that will put him to sleep. You have a wife. You have daughters. You have a mother. I'm sure even if she's still alive, that gave birth to you. And you have, you know, is the tenacity for me. You came out and said all women should be subjected to check. Mental check before they be allowed into power. Chai. If only. Hi. Ogbeni, from the way you're talking, you're the one that...
And let me add that the women folk and indeed public officers may have in future to be subjected to a mental stability test in order that you qualify to be a governor, a councillor, or a senator. Otherwise, you are going to get this anti-market, especially at a time when we're asking for gender inclusion and gender equality. We are at this point facing this situation in which a gender issue is being trivialized and demonized and over-dramatized on the floor of the highest legislative house in this country, the largest black nation on earth, and the largest black democracy in the world. I think this is a fitting closure to this drama that was started from nowhere to this level of absurdity. And I want to commend the Senate for doing this and taking this action so swiftly and not allowing it to soar into another level of triviality and diversion. At a time our country is on trial over several economic and social upheavals and security issues, we are talking about sitting arrangements, about those who are brought into the Nigerian Senate and into legislative positions and decision-making that will alleviate the sufferings of the people of Nigeria and those who voted people into power are now being dealt with and dished out trivialities about how to sit and where to sit. How does that change your opinion of anybody? How does that change your opinion and your value or your integrity?
From the way you spoke, you're the one that needs mental evaluation. You need mental check. Your time don't pass. Pack load and enter house. But since you can come out and insult women, pack your load and move into the care home. That's where you belong. You cannot come out and insult women. And women need to be mentally checked, mentally evaluated before they can come into power. Now you need to be, in fact, they need to check you up. They need to check you up and check you into the care home. That's where you belong. Don't come out and insult women. You don't have that right. You don't have that right. Okay? Now one go. Sure, you guys have seen the video. This one is not be me talk am. Now you talk am. Now we help and play and hear. Yes. Now, I beg, next time you guys want to go and bring people from the village to come and protest for you people. I'm talking about Akpabio. Akpabio, you and whether or not your wife came, brother and she, I don't know, allegedly knew. Allegedly, they said they gathered people to come and please, you guys should educate them on what they are coming for. Enlighten them, educate them. We know they are, they are illiterates, but please try to educate them. Look at this one. She came and she thought they were doing election.
But he's a good man.
So you wanted to win the position?
Yes.
He's already Senate president.
Okay.
But why are you supporting Senator Natasha?
No.
Why?
No, I don't want her.
You don't want her what?
He not do me anything, but I don't want. Because there are people say them be stubborn people. So we don't need stubborn people. We want peace. We don't need stubborn people. That is why.
And I asked how much they give these people. Hi. If yeah, I tell you people, yeah, those of you that have mothers among those people, when your parents are illiterate, yeah, and you are literate, please try and educate your parents. Don't let them be subjected to ridicule like this. After that, they begin to fight for pure water. And I heard them saying, Akpabio, see what we are doing for you. See what we are doing for hey, Eric, me, I well like Najin Kuya. I dey shame. I go dey shame. Say, what is this? My people go say, may one and Allah. What is this? What is this? What is this? I'm gonna try to educate them, enlighten them more, shed more light to what they are coming out to do. Obviously, just show to us. Akpabio, see what we are doing for you. They were now fighting for pure water. I better along. Yeah. That is what Nigeria has subjected you people to. They put you in abject poverty. People are like dogs to them. They eat crumbs from the floor. Coming out, they brought them. He paid me. He paid me. Yeah, law. The mistake you guys did back to the Senate was to have suspended Natasha. And how could you even suspend her? Did you employ her? Were you guys the ones that employed her? She was elected to come and serve her people the way you all were elected to come and serve your people. You have no right. You have no right. You should have. You should have. You should have. I repeat, you should have followed the court orders and not suspend her. You have no right to do that. You should have waited and followed the court orders. You thought that would take you where? It elaborates the whole thing. It got the whole thing elaborated. Like, yeah, the world is talking about it. And I tell you something, the world is watching. But one thing you must know, you cannot and will not, no man has the right to subject any woman to ridicule. Imagine when she was living, some people were laughing. They were laughing. Sometimes you ask yourself, who raised, when some boys behave, you ask yourself, who raised them? Somebody's wife, a mother, a blessed one at that, an educated woman, a lawyer by profession, before she decided to use her power, her brain to serve her people. You think you can subject her to nothing? No, you can't. Let me quickly drop one here. Natasha is like a mirror in the Senate. Fine, Joe. Natasha too fine. She's beautiful. And she's intelligent. There was a time they had the senator's wife's meeting also. I saw it through Regina Daniels, my beautiful daughter, through Regina Daniels. Her video she posted, she said she's with the senator's wife. When I looked at all the wives of the senators, I looked them head to toe. Money haba. No wonder they won't kill Natasha. No wonder. The babe too fine. Please. The babe too fine. I say made them not jealous, sir. They wished. They wished na them they there. No, come on. She's taken. You know, that babe demure. Aye, she's exquisite. Aye, she too hot. Aye, ọmọ yẹn talent. She's talent. You know what they call? Oh, talent. Show talent. Oh, talent. Show talent. Hey, leje. Not fit. You know, she's too much. She's beautiful. She's hot. But one thing I have for you people, I said to Natasha, I said, those that beat the drum of shame for you, they shall dance into it. Confirm me, they shall dance to that drum themselves. Odudodo. Please don't forget. This is the reality talk with Hajra Aisha. Subscribe, share, click the like button, and click the notification button. This is where we keep it real. We talk about the trending things that are trending. Wrong, good, bad, ugly, we talk about it on the reality talk with Hajra Aisha. Like I said again, no man born of a woman has the right to shut any woman up. No man born of a woman has the right to relegate any woman to the background. A woman that goes through so much. You went to school, women went to school. There are things women can do that men cannot do. Men cannot give birth to children. Women do it. We make it happen. We go through sleepless nights. We go through hard bonds. We go through sickness to have children for you. We cook, we clean, we pamper you, we look after you, and you come on a national TV to berate us, to belittle us? No, don't do that. Don't do that. A fight. I'll tell you something. A fight. Justice for one woman is justice for all. We seek justice on this issue. We seek justice. This injustice they've done to her by suspending her will not stand. And that's the truth. Click on the like button. Share. Please click on the notification button. Like our video. Share it with your friends. This is the reality talk with Hajra Aisha.